This is the Lectric XP 3.0 long-range electric bike. It's got that modern, rugged look, painted in a clean white that really pops in daylight. I remember when I first saw it unboxed in my garage, honestly, I felt a mix of excitement and nerves. I'd tried some shared city e-bikes before, but owning a folding e-bike, especially one this hefty with so many unique features, was new for me. Let's talk about what you see right away. The XP 3.0 looks super sturdy with its thick aluminum frame, but it's got a step-through design that makes hopping on much easier than those high-bar bikes. If you're not too tall or you have trouble swinging your leg over, this makes a big difference. The wheels are chunky, about 20 inches. That may sound small if you're used to regular bikes, but it really helps with balance, especially on unpaved back roads or city streets with potholes, which I deal with all the time. It folds pretty neatly. I was skeptical about how folding a bike that weighs around 64 pounds would actually help. Once I tried it though, I realized it isn't feather light, but it's a big advantage if you want to toss it into your car trunk or you have limited storage at home. From my experience, the first ride was a surprise. I'm used to putting some effort in with pedals, but as soon as I kicked in the electric assist, I felt this rush of power, especially using pedal assist level 5 and then the throttle. The 500-watt motor really packs a punch, with bursts up to 1,000 watts when you need it, and the torque, which means how hard it pushes when you're starting or going uphill, is solid. No more standing up just to make it up a hill, even if you've got some groceries in the back. For newer folks, pedal assist is where the motor helps you as you pedal, and throttle is when you just go by twisting a handle, no pedaling needed. What I really appreciate about this bike is the controls. Everything's right at the handlebars. I've never been overly technical, so things like the simple display and trigger shifter make it easy for me to just hop on and ride. The handlebar height is adjustable, which is nice, and so is the seat. I didn't have to fumble with tools or spend hours adjusting fit. The lights are surprisingly bright, so if you ride home after sunset like I do, it really helps. The rear rack is pretty tough too. I installed a little crate for groceries, but you could attach a child seat if you want. I've carried a lot back there and it feels secure. Now, let's get into actual use. I mostly commute and run errands in my neighborhood, but a couple times my dad and I have gone on some longer countryside rides. The battery has lasted way longer than I expected, up to 65 miles on pedal assist if you don't just crank it to the max all the time. Recharge time is pretty standard for e-bikes. The suspension fork in the front, which is what absorbs bumps, actually makes a difference on rough pavement. I've taken it over some gravel back roads, and while it's not a mountain bike, it handles surprisingly well for an everyday ride. Another thing I really like is the braking. The XP 3.0 switched to hydraulic disc brakes, which basically means it stops way better than basic rim brakes, especially when it's wet outside. It feels safe and controlled. The build overall feels solid. It's not a rickety folding bike that shakes at high speeds. Speaking of speeds, this thing can hit 28 miles per hour if you need it, but usually I keep it lower just to stay safe. There are a bunch of features that I think make this bike perfect for a lot of people. The folding feature is great for apartments, or if you like driving out somewhere new to ride, toss it in your trunk. No bike rack needed. It's got good range for commuters, and that rear rack gives you a lot of flexibility. Comfort-wise, that step-through frame and the upright riding position are real wins, especially if you're using it daily or have knee or back issues. In my opinion, the electric assist makes cycling accessible even when you wouldn't normally take a regular bike, like in hot weather or hilly areas. But there are a couple things I wish were better, and I think it's only fair to mention those. It does weigh 64 pounds, and while folding is handy, carrying it upstairs or lifting it into the car trunk isn't easy. I manage, but it isn't for everyone if you've got a lot of stairs or limited upper body strength. Another point. The key for turning the electric system on is tucked under the frame. That means I have to bend down and fumble for it, and sometimes in the dark it's a little annoying, especially if you forget to take the key out and leave it running. The digital display could also be more visible in bright sunlight. On sunny days, I sometimes have to shade it with my hand or guess my speed. I've also heard some riders ask about adjustability. The XP 3.0 lets you adjust seat and handlebars up and down, but not much forward and back. That's been fine for me and most people I know, but if your body shape or height is really outside the average, it might feel a little less comfortable. In conclusion, from my experience with the Lectric XP 3.0 long-range electric bike, it's a solid investment for anyone looking for a reliable, fun, and powerful e-bike, especially if you value range, riding comfort, and versatility. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants an all-around e-bike for city commutes, running errands, or even casual country rides. It's especially perfect for those who want a folding option without sacrificing real performance or comfort. The few minor hassles, like its weight and the underframe key, don't really outweigh the positives for me. That's my quick review of the Lectric XP 3.0 long-range electric bike. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. Thank you for watching.